Hi everybody, we back here with another video, and today we have another creator class video the same day, and it is currently April 15, 4:57 a.m. in the fucking morning, and I'm recording this late just like the other one. Just finished recording the other one, didn't edit it. I'm gonna record both of the commentary, then I'm gonna edit them afterwards, and then probably go to sleep because this is ridiculous, 5 in the morning and I'm still recording these videos. But as long as I got them halfway edited, I can spam uploading throughout the day before the fight at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And hopefully my predictions are right, because they're my predictions because I want them to be what actually happens. Now, I don't have anything against their opponents or nothing, but I'm just, I'm rooting for the people I like. And this time I'm rootling. I guess I could say I'm rootling for Yodeling Haley. If you guys don't know who the hell I'm talking about, it's probably because you have either forgot, or it's because she's the most underrated female influencer boxer to exist. Now, what I'm talking about underrated, I'm not talking about how some people think Aster's underrated because of the large amount of people since he'll get smoked by L Book. I ain't talking about Keely, cause like Keely is just built different, bro. I'm talking about Yodeling Haley, the first ever female influencer boxer that I could honestly remember, cause they do things in like other countries that I think are influencers, kind of like my mate Nate. I don't know about all that, cause they be having these events over there where he's from, and they be having females on there and they're older. But I don't know about those influencers, cause it's a different part of the world. But as in United States, UK, she's the first female influencer boxer. And you might be thinking, well, I thought Justin Minks was. You might have forgot that in a boxing match you need two people. And her opponent was Justin Minks. But Justin Minks gets all the praise and stuff like that because she fought her and brutally damaged her and won the fight by a TKO. Because the other girl, Yodeling Haley, they were talking about turning her head when she's getting hit by like 5 hooks in a row. And it was her first fight. She's a late minute replacement, but she still arrived to the fight, gained the weight to fight Justin Minks, and was able to stand in there for more rounds than a lot of female influencers stay in there for. Cause she went up until maybe third or fourth round, not really sure when it ended, but she went a decent amount of distance with what is called the best female influencer boxer, Justin Minks. Now I know Justin Minks hater. She's my second favorite female influencer boxer. Second favorite, Andrea Falls, Justin Minks, and then Astrid. But that might change up this month with Whitney Johns and Jayla Wade. It could be because I'm a simp. But back to the point. I honestly think she doesn't get a lot of respect from a lot of different people and for a lot of different reasons. Now, I don't really hear her name ever, bro. Ever. I barely hear her name get mentioned. They'll be like, oh, you see that Justin Minks fight? Yeah, I seen Justin Minks. I'm just like, but Justin Minks ain't saddle box. There was another opponent. And then some people not even really being surprised that she's coming back after that brutal loss. Now you could say, oh, she wants to build a name since she's the first female influencer. I mean, yeah, but like Joe Weller was the first male like influencer boxer, and Bud basically retired. He fought Falls, he fought KSI, lost, and then Bud basically retired. Hasn't fought since. So like, it's not everyone's mindset that once you get beaten brutally on your first fight is that you're gonna come back. That's something that is slept on and underrated, just like Yodeling Haley. Now, some people like Keely will give up on the first break of the whole fight because of how much they disliked boxing and how much they dislike getting beaten. Now, I don't blame those people because you're putting your health on the line. Maybe you want to live a healthy life. Maybe you don't want to have problems with your body when you get older. And that's totally fine, but like, instead of hating on those people, why not give extra respect to the people who are willing to put their health on the line to just entertain people and get some money and basically fight someone who's doing the same things, trying to entertain people and get money. Now it's kind of like don't blame the losers but praise the winners is what I'm trying to say. Like, the losers are doing the same things the winners are doing, but they're not good enough, so then they're losing. And we shouldn't make fun of them just because they can't win a sport. That's like missing a basketball shot and losing because the opponent has more, like, just has a higher score than you. And then that person who tried their best but wasn't able to beat the person who was better than them ends up getting bullied. It's like, oh well, you tried your best, you're trash, you should never do it again. And while those things might be true, you shouldn't tell that to the person. You should let that person decide it for themselves. Because at the end of the day, if you influence them, it might not be their decision, it might be your decision that you forced into their head. And what if someone came up to Floyd Mayweather, he lost in the amateurs, and someone was like, you should never do this again, you're trash, and you'll never be good. And you talked that to his head, and then he wants to quit boxing, and you never get the Floyd Mayweather 50-0. Like, just because someone isn't good when they first try something doesn't mean they can't get good at it. And even though Yodeling Haley honestly lost by something pretty silly, in my opinion, those slow hooks in the end. Now, I don't know how tired Yodeling Haley was, or like her knowledge on boxing, or how much she trained or took seriously, or the things she was going through mentally. I don't know any of those things because I wasn't really a big fan of Yodeling Haley. I just got into watching Meeks off of Creator Class 1. So I don't know like the things that was going on in their life. I know Meeks goes through a lot in her life, so it could be a part of like her cardio, not being able to like focus all on boxing, having all these other things happening. But when Meeks was throwing the slow hooks, sluggish hooks, she was pretty tired and stuff. All you only had to do is just walk a little bit forward. She charge up that freaking Elden Ring boss move. All she gotta do is dodge it, get back a little bit, and then hit Meeks with a couple of pieces, just score points and try to survive the fight. Cause she did a good job of surviving, even though she was a bit bloody and damaged and stuff like that. She survived a decent amount of the fight. All she had to really do is just score the more points. Cause like, if she's throwing one hook, now I know she threw multiple hooks, which is what ended Haley, but she just throws a hook. And it's pretty slow, sluggish. She's a bit tired, so like she's throwing it. And once the hit part of the hook is over, where you walk forward and try to land a couple of hits on her, and then repeat the cycle. The thing is that Yodeling Haley wasn't really doing anything. She wasn't blocking. She wasn't dodging. She didn't do a body feint, get back. She kind of just walked into the spamming hooks who Meeks threw, and it just kind of worked in Meeks' favor. She's fighting an opponent who was willing to get hit by her spamming, and honestly, bro, I don't really blame either of them. It's both their first fights. They have a lot of pressure. There's never a female influencer fight. There's a whole world watching them. People that don't even know them, just like me. I just got into Meeks from there, and they have to put on a show for the whole world while barely knowing how to box, while fighting with like pro rules, no head guard, stuff like that. And they're supposed to be the most technical boxers. Honestly, that's a pretty stupid ass opinion that people can have. I don't follow those opinions that people have about oh, they should have been more technical. What the hell are they doing? Why are they boxing if they don't know what the hell they're doing? And it was like, I don't really follow that. If anything, I follow the aspect of being like, well, they started something big. They motivated a lot of more females to join in, so we're gonna get the better boxers. And on the same like thing, it's like it's the false fight. Now you might be used to watching a pole with no headgear, like little like 10-ounce gloves. They already know what they're doing. They have 30 amateur fights, but just because they don't have headgear on, you can't expect them to be at the level of these people who have fought with headgear about 30 times plus, beating people by knocking them out consistently, growing their technique, versus somebody who's trying to like stout like a trend for females to like join in on the sport, because there was literally like no one before. Like fans tried to do it, but she didn't have any opportunity, probably because there's no one else. If you think about it now, Fangs, she was trying to get a fight with Faint like canceled it. She was trying to get a fight with Bobby pulled out last minute. Now she's trying to get a fight with Minx. 3 big goals. And she doesn't care about how big they are, how tough they might seem, how intimidating they might seem. She just wants to have a fight. And she's fighting the OG, just the Minx. But Yodeling Haley hasn't been getting called out by anybody. They didn't really think she'll come back after the loss. But her will to come back and try to train, get better, and get a win, and maybe even continue. Because if she's coming back after a loss, unless she just really wants to avenge that one loss and then give up. But if she's coming back after that loss, what's she going to do after she gets a win? Will she come to Misfits, get a couple of fights in, try to get to a big female name? Because like, they're bringing in a lot of new people on 007, 4 new girls that I've never boxed before. And it's like, they start getting some more and more people. There's gonna be more variety. It's not just gonna be like, oh, first fight Minx, first fight Elbert, first fight Aston. It's gonna be a way to build up your skill for when you get to these fights, and you have a underdog who's got skills versus somebody like L who just fought people in their first fights. And honestly, you can't blame Elbert because of the timing. Because with Asterisk, he fought AJ when she has multiple canceled bouts. He has two fights, and like, it just doesn't match up. Because Elbook fought her because she was getting the experience back in the days, versus Aster coming in a bit later and finding people with experience. But like, hopefully Yodeling Haley can stay. I wouldn't mind Yodeling Haley, especially after this performance she's about to have on Marisha Ray. Now Marisha Ray, I don't have the description like I did for myself, but I'm pretty sure Marisha Ray has something to do with I'm pretty sure it's something to do with a bit of acting. I know there'd be some like cartoons and stuff. I don't know if she's like a voice actor or something like that, or like a role player. She got something to do with acting. She also is an influencer, so like, we're gonna see. I thought she could do the things that Minx did, and it took a while for Minx to get Haley out of there. Haley might have this by I'll say unanimous decision. I'll have this fight. My prediction is by unanimous decision, because Yodeling Haley hasn't been shown to have this knockout power, but if she's consistent enough throughout the whole fight, landing blows after blows after blows, and she could land a UD unanimous decision, there was no chance of the other girl winning, I'll be proud of her, bro. Might make another video on her just like Andrea after the fight, being like, what's next for them? I mean, they got past the obstacle now, but there's another wall ahead of them. How far down will it be, and what the wall will look like? And then I'll just speculate on what's next for them and stuff like that. But honestly, I personally think she's the most underrated female influencer boxing for a lot of reasons. Not getting her name mentioned, people not like putting respect on them for coming back after that loss. She being the first influencer female, and people are not recognizing her for the boxing match she had with Minx. But honestly, let me know who you think is the most underrated female influencer. Who got you more hype than Drea or Yodeling Haley's redemption? Both of them have lost their last fights, but not in terrible ways. Cause Andrea lost due to the chess and not the boxing aspect. She's outboxing her opponent by a large amount. And then Yodeling Haley had lost her boxing match due to a weight disadvantage, not a lot of fighting IQ, short notice, and a lot of other things. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like, hit the bell, comment below. Let me know what y'all think about the video. And I won't watch these videos back after the event. I did both of them back to back. I wish I could have did the myth one, maybe Alice Wasabi one. But those fights are pretty close. It'd be hard for me to give a prediction, but you just know that I'm going for myth. And I'm conflicted on the iDoes one, but I'm gonna have to go with Alice Wasabi on that one. The only reason I would say iDoes because it's his event. It would just look bad if he lost every freaking fight he has. Poor yo. But I'm gonna have to go with Alice Wasabi on that one because I think he has the skills to win the fight. And I honestly like him more because like I'm starting to like iDoes more from the boxing. Just like Jake Paul's boxing, so I like it more than I used to like Jake Paul. But like Alice Wasabi has never been some dude that I disliked. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like, subscribe, hit the bell, comment below. Let me know what you think about the video, and I'll see y'all after Misfits 006, Pen, Javante Davis vs Ryan Garcia, and Creator Class number 2, all in April. My birthday's the 18th. If y'all want to give any birthday wishes to me and give me a present, all I really want from y'all is to listen to my album the 18th. No, it's called 18th, not the 18th. It's just called 18th and it drops April 17th. It's my last album before I'm 18 years old. That's why it's called 18th. Birthday on the 18th, and it's coming out the 17th at 12 in the morning on BandLab at download all lowercases, no spaces. And on my YouTube channel, there's gonna be the 18th dropping. Well, the album 18th dropping April 17th at 12 in the morning. So basically at midnight. But I hope you guys enjoy the album. All you gotta do is just listen to every song. Like it, dislike it, comment on it, let me know what you think. And as long as you support the album, that's all you have to do. Or you could tell me happy birthday on my Twitter at ItzOrbitDada, like DADA. Just go on there, let me know you listen to the album, whatever. And honestly, that's all you really gotta do. And then I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about the predictions and what y'all think gonna happen on this card in the comments section below. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Stick with a blade like I got a fire to fight. Jade on my necklace is kryptonite, my eyes. And I got a girl, my life. You want this energy, baddest demons you invite. Got in the chopper, I better eat you alive. Gotta watch every step I take, cause it's do or die. Lord, I'm a 40 little now, finna slide. Watching me, niggas tryna talk for me. Walk with me, follow me. Stuck in a slow fraternity.